Bringing Michael Johnson to the Philippines and publishing his book would not have been possible without the valuable partnership with Asia Foundation. Here to give the closing remarks is Steve Rood, the country representative for the Asia Foundation.
To my many friends in this room, from the government, civil society, development partners, good evening, good morning, Michael. It's good morning. The Asia Foundation has been working on issues of corruption for at least 15 years, and many of you have heard my tired old joke about the fact that the analyst that was working with social legislations was a young, handsome, brilliant professor named Steve Rood. And now that I am the representative of the Asia Foundation, it's been one of my joys to be trying to work with so many talented people throughout the Philippines on these issues. However, as the decade came to an end, it became clear to us that limited progress had been made in particular institutions, particular local government units, whether by our efforts or efforts of such people as Justice Stanislaw's public government scorecard and the like. We were able to reduce corruption, but the role of corruption in politics, the role of corruption in the gaining and exercise of power was not diminishing. And so we were looking for new efforts. And the work of Michael Johnston came to my attention. And we were having a meeting with the new executive director of the Hills Center in our office, and I'm not exactly sure how it happened, but I mentioned Michael's name, and she immediately grabbed it and said, "Oh yes, Roderick Hills has been talking with Michael Johnston, and Wash CSIP had met with him, and so we really had a confluence of interests, and were able to begin to try to work forward." So, recognizing the potential of opportunities presented by the 2010 presidential election and what we knew would be a change of administration. In fact, I have been predicting that there would be a change of administration beginning about 2005, despite much skepticism about whether that would happen. We began with the Hill Center to organize focus group discussions among a wide range of stakeholders from government, civil society, media, and the academe, to rethink how an effective anti-corruption strategy for the Philippines should look like. And these analysis draws from experience and learning from various models, as studied by Michael Johnston, and country-level analyses from his 2 Manila visits. And initial results of this analysis were presented to the presidential candidates, their campaigns, although Butch didn't get to hear it. Other people in the King campaign heard it in February while he was here. So, as we've been hearing, I won't go over what's been in the book, but we've been hearing some of the ideas that have been put forward, and they're pretty good reception here. The challenge remains in ensuring that the commitment that we have seen in this administration, as well as the political support to these reform efforts, are sustained. We all know that the current administration is not short of political capital. And in my publication about the first 100 days, I re-emphasized the fact that the honeymoon is not yet over. However much controversy there might be in the papers, the trust of the Filipino citizenry in Pinoy remains high. As I emphasized in talking about the elections of 2010, elections changed, but politics didn't, and that's the key question. So we're very glad to be able to be part of the launching of this publication. It has been a very valuable partnership for the Asia Foundation. We would like to thank and recognize our important partners, the Hills Program on Governance and Professor Michael Johnston. We are hoping that the book we are launching via video conference with Professor Michael will serve as discussion book. Michael, they didn't really know that you weren't here. We sort of ambiguously worded the invitation, so many people were surprised to see you up there on the screen when they came in. But in any case, many different members of the leagues, the academe, members of the Pinoy administration, we all hope we'll be able to work together on the anti-corruption of the new administration to pursue it relentlessly. Daghang salamat at mabuhay ang Pilipinas.